How are y'all doing? I'm Patrick with K's Honeybees. And is your honey that you harvest, does it ever crystallize solid like this? I'm sure if you store it at lower temperatures, like in a closet, a place that's not, close to like the kitchen or the pantry, that might crystallize. Well, of course, this honey's not bad. It's just in a crystallized state, and you like to have it in liquid state, so it's easier to pour and eat from the container. But the reason why it crystallizes is the amount of glucose versus fructose in the honey itself. So the more glucose it has in there, the more likely it's going to crystallize on you. This is actually harvested from my grandparents' place, and it's probably more or less a cotton honey, and cotton honey tends to crystallize more. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to turn this crystallized honey into liquid again. And behind me is my honey warmer. So if you stick around, I'll talk about the ideas and everything involved into building this thing. And you can build one for about 60 bucks if you had some scrap materials too. So stick around and I'll show you what I did. Okay, like I was saying on warming up your honey, you don't want to boil the honey, you don't want to microwave it, you don't want to get it too hot whenever you want to liquefy it. And the reason being is that raw honey that you have in the jar that's crystallized, if you heat it up too high of a temperature, like 120-ish and above, you'll actually start losing the benefits of the beneficial pollen and all your benefits of raw honey. So keep that in mind whenever you warm up your honey. And you don't want to do it too many times. You only want to do it once and then try to store it at a little warmer area to keep it in a liquid state, because you could even change the flavors of it, the smells of it. Things could change in it. But anyway, that's why I have this honey warmer, and it's able to liquefy it at a slow temperature. So I can put that jar of honey in there, and probably a day or two, it'll be fully liquid form. And how I measure that is I have an accurate weather thermometer in there, and it's up in the upper left. I'll show you that. But right now my temperature is 98 degrees in there. The temperature in a hive is normally about 93. So if you hit about 95 to 100, maybe 105, you can liquefy your honey. That's what I found out on testing this unit out. And so this is just Reflectix insulation. And inside my cabinet, I have 200-watt bulbs at the bottom. Okay, and the unit of that sensor is up here on the left. It's just hanging. Now, these jars of honey have been in there, I did a couple days, but they pretty much liquefy pretty quick. Or they'll liquefy probably within a day, like I said, or 2 days. I just try to do it to see how well it does a pretty good job, even on pint-sized jars. But in order to regulate the temperature, I have a dimmer on the outside, a dimmer switch. And it's just a regular dimmer switch. On a single box, you just up or down to, it's on full blast right now. I'll turn the unit off. That way you can see a little better. See the 2 bulbs at the bottom. And the dimensions of this is I've made it the size because it's on the workbench. You can make them any size. You can make the size of your jars. If you want to put a whole bucket in there, I can actually fit a bucket in there, and I'll show you that in a minute. But the overall unit that I made, roughly 31 by 29 by about 20. So what I did is I took the jars that are up here and just set them down here. Now my shelves, which the framework of this whole thing is actually just 2x2s, and of course they're not the straightest lumber to do this with, so you might have some gaps and have to caulk it, whatnot. But my shelves will fit in here and up here, and I designed it so I could fit my half pints and my pints. And my shelves are just freestanding lumber. They're little just slats that I cut, so I can do it however I want. I can put them up here at the top, have shelves up there, and shelves down here. Also, I could fit a 5-gallon honey bucket in there, and I'll show you that it fits. This is my 5-gallon honey bucket. It's got a spigot. If you stored some honey in your 5-gallon bucket, you could put it in here too. So I could fit 5-gallon bucket if I wanted to. I don't know how long it would take to liquefy that bucket, but I'm sure it would do it over a matter of probably 2 to 3 days. You might have to pull the lid off and stir it, but I'm sure it would work. But just build your unit according to the sizes of the jars that you use, and you can liquefy them. Well, that's just a simple, easy way. If you had, several jars that you had stored and you want to liquefy them, but not worry about overheating them, and you have that little unit tell you, what's your temperature. You could have it in your house, whatever, and just watch it, and adjust it with the dimmer. But you're able to know the highest I've seen it so far is maybe 99 or 100 degrees with 200-watt bulbs in the bottom. Leave some comments below. Like, subscribe. I'm Patrick for K's Honeybees. Thank you.